On Daf 13 of Yevamot, we get a very famous Mishnah. And this Mishnah is talking about how Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel, these two different schools, had a different perspective on one aspect of the whole Yibum Levirate marriage process. And because of their different perspective, because of their different rulings, really there were certain people who one would say is totally kosher to marry, the other one would say is not. And this can create real problems in Judaism, because if you say someone is not kosher, it's a non-kosher marriage, and the children also are not kosher to be marrying, and it could be creating real issues. But the Mishnah goes on to say, despite the fact that they held these different perspectives, and despite the fact that really it would mean that certain bloodlines in one school might not even be acceptable to the other for marriage purposes, they might say, no, this is not somebody we could go ahead and marry. The two schools didn't stop from marrying into each other. Now, that doesn't mean that they would actually violate their own set of rules. They actually had a lot of respect for the different perspectives. And if somebody from the school would have thought that a marriage was not okay, that the other school thought was okay, the school that had that marriage that knew the other school didn't like it would inform them, you know what, stay away from marrying this particular family. They don't abide by your rules of what is okay and what is not. It would be problematic for you guys, so don't marry into that particular family. But all these other families within us are totally okay by the way you see the law. So they really had respect for each other's perspective, and they didn't let it divide them and make it so that, they almost became two different communities, and the two communities didn't marry into one another. They really said, no, we're one community. We're going to respect each other's interpretations of the rules, but we're not going to let that stop us from intermingling and really acting like one people.